So today we'll talk about 3 tips to help you stay consistent. It'll be a short, quick training. So how do you stay consistent, right? How do you stay consistent in your business, up and downs? So number 1 is you have to create the time and treat it like a job. If it's not in your calendar, it's not going to happen. Okay, there's a thing called Parkinson's law. There's always going to be distractions, always going to be other things that are going to derail you, take you off track. So make sure you set the time in the calendar. Go to the calendar, find out, plan it out the night before. When are you going to work on your business? And here's the tip is do it at a consistent time each day. That will help you out. You don't need lots of time, but 15 minutes, right? That's number 1. Number 2 is treat it like a job too. You got to show up. And if you want to be really productive, you should have every hour blocked off. That's someone says, how do I get so much stuff done, productivity? Because if you look at my calendar, almost every hour is blocked off. There's no open time. Even the stuff I'm doing, if I'm doing something with my wife, date night, if I'm doing something with the kids, baseball, is blocked off. Okay, that would increase your productivity. Number 2 is focus on the task. If you're doing that, make sure you treat the calendar. The calendar is your boss. You're not the boss. The calendar is the boss. If the calendar says you got to do this, you got to do that. If the calendar says it's exercise time, just shut up. Don't stop everything you're doing. Go exercise. If the calendar says you got to work on your DMO, work on that DMO. Be a slave to that calendar. I'll tell you, if you're a slave to the calendar, it actually creates more freedom. One of the things I was just talking to someone, they say, I work so hard. I don't work that hard. By 2:30, 3 p.m. I'm doing baseball, doing all the other stuff with my kids. I don't really work, but the reason why I'm able to get a lot done is because my calendar is my boss. I have strict regimen times, and I've been doing that for almost 17, 18 years now since I became an entrepreneur. If the calendar says what I do, that's what I got to do, and that allows me the time to do the things I want to do. Okay, be a slave to the calendar. I know it sounds weird. Let the calendar be your boss. Be a slave to your calendar. Calendar says DMO, time to work on the DMO. Drop everything and focus on that DMO. By the way, when you do that, you'll feel good about yourself today. Even exercising. Every day, 12 o'clock, that's exercising time. Today, I really didn't feel like doing it, but it's time to exercise. I just do it. Okay, focus on that task. Treat it like a job. Show up. The third thing is you need accountability. Some type of accountability. Talk about exercise. My son holds me accountable. We do push-ups, we exercise together. 40, 10, 15 minutes, workout routine. We schedule on the calendar, 12 o'clock every day, except for Mondays, but 12 o'clock, 5 days a week, that's when, it's actually 5 days a week, that's when we do it, right? There's no if questions. I don't care how you're feeling, whatever. Again, I'm the slave to the calendar says that. So that's what, doing Facebook Lives, whether it's doing social media posts, scheduling the calendar, create the time, treat it like a job. There's no, negotiating. You have to show up, right? And when you do it, you focus on it. You don't multitask. You're not scrolling on the newsfeed. You're working on the DMO. Focus on that. And then have accountability. Have someone to hold you accountable. It could be an upline, downline, crossline. It could be a coach, something to hold you accountable. You have to have accountability. One of the ways to hold you accountable is purpose-driven networkers. Feel Good Friday. Share your win. If you don't share your win, it's very easy to get down like I'm not doing much. I didn't do much today. But you're all growing, and success is invisible. I want you to write that down. Success is invisible. You can't see that success, but if you show up every day, you get a little bit better. Right? You exercising every day, you're getting tiny bit better in shape. But over time, that compounds, and you'll be a totally different person. You'll be way better off, right? So those are the 3 tips. Number 1, create the time, treat it like a job, stay focused. And number 3, find someone accountable. And definitely purpose-driven networkers, share your wins on Friday. Feel Good Friday. How did you get better this week? Those are 3 ways to stay consistent and stay motivated during the entrepreneur, while on your entrepreneur roller coaster journey.